Week 6 NFL gave me clinical depression. Let's just start with the game. Let's just start there. Sunday Night Football primetime, Lions Chiefs, and the Chiefs win 30-17 at home. Let's start with some of the Instagram comments. Most exciting part of the game was the fight at the end. Low-key was pretty exciting. Fight at the end was nice. The refs are always on Mahomes' meat. Every time Taylor Swift shows up at home, the refs go blind. The NFL won't leave the Chiefs out of the playoffs, so get used to this suspicious officiating. Guys, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I love to complain and whine and smoke that juicy copium as much as the next guy. We straight up lost. You guys know I'm a big Lions fan. We lost this game. The Chiefs outplayed us. They played really well. They played good Chiefs football. Low-key, a big part of me was hoping that the Chiefs would play the way they have played a lot of this season, which is horribly, but they didn't. You know, they stepped up and played really good football, and they outplayed us. They outcoached us. I will say, my only one true, pissed me off, not really suspicious, but just annoying part of this game was this right here. It's 0-0, our opening drive, 4th and goal. We have Wildcat with David Montgomery. We send Jared Goff in motion, and look at this. Amon-Ra St. Brown is a lead blocker for a Jared Goff screen pass. David Montgomery was a quarterback in high school, by the way. Demo gets this ball out. Jared Goff bobbles it. He bobbles this football, but then he re-catches it and big bodies both of these guys for a touchdown. Your poverty franchise, Kansas City Chiefs, just got mossed by Jared Longcock Goff. This was so fun. This is so lit. This is so sick, right? No flags on the play. No flags on the play. It's a clean touchdown. Everyone's hyping it up. The broadcast gives us our 6 points. We come watch the play again. Look how beautiful this is. Karlaftis can't get there. Jared Goff. Sorry, I have to pause it a bunch because NFL take this video down. But how sick is that? And then, literally multiple minutes after the touchdown, a flag comes in. I don't know that I've really ever seen this. I'm sure it's happened before. But to allow a full play to go through, the touchdown to get counted, you're trotting out your PAT unit, and then they're like, oh, wait a minute. On further thought, there actually was a flag on that play. And then they call it back, which is so weird to me. So, if you can just sit there and think it over and call a flag whenever you want, then why don't we go hyper-analyze every single tush-push ever? I mean, we all watch football, right? We've all seen the millions of clips where the Chiefs false start on the tush-push, giving them that little edge to make the tush-push so unstoppable. Can the refs not just all huddle up and circle jerk each other and go, on second thought, we're going to call that one back. On second thought, we're going to put a flag on that one. It just was so weird to me. It was so weird. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to run to YouTube comments to make opinions for me because we all know that YouTube commenters, general IQ level is probably about 6. I'm talking 6, single-digit 6. That flag should have been thrown at the snap of the ball if that was the call. If it wasn't reviewable by replay, then the play stands. Since when can the refs intervene and say, oh, yeah, we missed that, so we're taking away your touchdown? That's exactly what I'm saying. It's just so weird. Okay, it was illegal motion. Throw the flag. It's not illegal motion. Touchdown like you called it. And then you all just fucking huddle up and take our touchdown away. That's the only thing that pissed me off about this game. But let's be real. Chiefs played a great game. They outplayed us. They were doing it with weird formations, great play calling, no Rashee Rice. They played really good defense. It was a great game. I'm not going to pretend like calling that, that changed the whole game. We had a lot of opportunities to win the game. I don't think it was particularly bad officiating outside of that one call. And the Chiefs won. Good play for them. They still got a big mountain to climb, though. The Lions are down to 4-2, but you take a look at the AFC West. I mean, all NFL standings look incredibly bizarre right now. You've got the 1-5 Ravens and a 4-1 Steelers team. The AFC North looks poverty. On top of that, the AFC West Chargers and Broncos are firmly ahead of the Chiefs and the Raiders. The AFC West is the most closely contested division in football right now, which is kind of crazy. And as it stands, I don't know who's going to get out of it. The thing that the Chiefs have in their favor is a very easy schedule. For being the Kansas City Chiefs, they have a very easy schedule. So that could work in their favor, but they still got to play Broncos Chargers, and both of those teams are really solid again. So AFC West looks really strong. It's funny to see the AFC South be Colts Jaguars. It's weird to see the Texans at the bottom of this. Titans is no surprise, I don't think, to anyone. Jets at the bottom here is no surprise to anyone, really, but the Patriots, They already have beat the Bills. They've got the head-to-head tiebreaker with the Bills right now, so I'm excited to see where the AFC East goes. As I'm recording this, Bills play today, I believe, so we'll see about that. Little recap on the NFC. Commanders have Jaden Daniels back, so this will probably get a little bit closer. Cowboys just lost to the Panthers. That shit is crazy. Rico Dowdle looks like God. NFC North is going to be tightly contested. I know I said the AFC West is scary, but obviously the NFC North is very scary too. NFC South, if the Buccaneers don't run away with this, then I just don't know ball. I don't know how they don't run away with this division. This is one of the worst divisions in football. Obviously, the Buccaneers are really good, but that's just such a cakewalk for Tampa Bay. And then NFC West is going to be really good too. The Rams, Puka Nakua's out. I don't know for how long. Seattle has played great football, and the Niners, if they can maintain this with all the injuries they have, it'll be a miracle. But I really do think this is between the Seahawks and the Rams. We'll see about Puka Nakua. All right, let's hop into some other games. Titans, Raiders. If the Titans are involved, it's probably a poverty game. If the Raiders are involved, it tends to also look like a poverty game. So we kind of knew this was going to be an ugly ass game. Cam Ward had multiple fumbles, at least 2. Geno Smith threw a good completion percentage, but I don't think either of these teams really have the sauce to do anything. Speaking of, the Titans have parted ways with Brian Callahan, which is a very diplomatic way of saying the dude got canned. I don't know why you say part way. I parted ways with my girlfriend. Shut up. Him and McDaniels are going to have fun in Cancun. Yeah, I mean, McDaniels is next. Let's focus on the good games. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 30-19. Baker Mayfield better win MVP, bro. I want a Baker Mayfield MVP like I need to breathe. I want to see a Baker Mayfield MVP so badly. So badly. Gotta say, though, I mean, it's really impressive what San Fran has done, barring the injuries. It's just such a well-coached team and such a well-put-together organization that even when, like, all of your good players are out, they still play good football. So I don't want to take away from the 49ers. The unfortunate thing for them is they ran into Baker Mayfield, who's actually playing MVP football, and I hope he gets MVP football. Remember when the Niners cut Jake Moody? They drafted Jake Moody. He kind of struggled. He started the season struggling. They cut him. He got picked up on the practice squad by Chicago. And San Fran goes and picks up Eddie Pinheiro, who has not missed a field goal. 4 for 4 last week. So if anybody was feeling like seller's remorse for getting rid of Jake Moody, don't. Eddie Pinheiro is already infinitely better than Jake Moody has been for the Niners. Christian McCaffrey, same old, and then Emeka Egbuka. Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I want Jackson Dart to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I want him to win Offensive Rookie of the Year so badly because it would be fucking hilarious. But Emeka Egbuka should. The only thing that's now a big kicker is Emeka Egbuka went out with a hamstring injury, the same injury that Mike Evans has. So Baker Mayfield was doing this with like no Mike Evans, no Emeka Egbuka. He might have been missing Cade Otton. No, he wasn't missing Cade Otton. He's right in front of my stupid fucking dementia-ridden face. I think there were 2 other injuries on the Buccaneers though, so it's impressive what they were doing. You know what I like to see though, on the flip side of this, is Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne played with Mac Jones in New England, and neither of them did shit in New England. And now you're over here in this San Fran offense, and Kendrick Bourne is averaging, like, he's literally getting like 100+ receiving yards a game. It's crazy. Yeah, pretty exciting game, though. I mean, Baker's, where's the Baker run? There's a Baker run that was absolutely disgusting. This is the run right here. This is MVP football.
College teammate.
This is MVP football. What the fuck was that move, bro? Nasty. You know what Baker's been doing every single game, by the way? Fake pump fake. The fake pump fake is such an elite move. He's about to do it right here. He's been doing this every game. Look at that. He's not throwing to anybody. He's just fucking with you. Does it again. Past the line of scrimmage, he does it. Stiff arm. You're small. Truck. You're small. Reach on bigger.
Oh, that is pure Baker.
Hey!
Absolute Baker at his best.
This guy was almost cut, by the way. Almost out of the league, by the way. Back up on the Panthers with Sam Darnold, by the way.
Then they had him.
Freak show. In the last couple of years, the number one thing that I've noticed in the National Football League is that schemes, head coaches, offense coordinators, defense coordinators, and game plan is by far the most important thing. Your players are such a small... It's really like chess with human missiles, with like human players as pawns. The sport is just not comparable to any other sport. I feel like in NBA, coaching is important, but the individual players and the way that the team has chemistry is so much more important. In the NFL, you can take these guys who literally are about to be cut on the couch bagging groceries at Walmart, and you can turn them into MVP caliber players in the correct scheme. And it's crazy. There are certain positions that defy this. I watched this video that was really cool. It talked about like the price you pay for the premium, the price you pay for reliability. And that's like wide receivers and edge rushers. Like, it's obvious that Justin Jefferson is better than most NFL wide receivers. It is obvious that Myles Garrett is better than most NFL edge rushers. But it's not obvious that Baker Mayfield is better than 100 other NFL quarterbacks, because just 3 years ago, this dude was about to literally be on his couch, and now he's the MVP. And now everybody and their mother will tell you how Baker Mayfield's better than every quarterback you've ever seen, and yet 3 years ago, he was literally about to be on his couch. That shit is crazy. 30-19, I want Baker to win this MVP so badly. The other thing I'm saying with that is I don't want to be quick to judge quarterbacks. I will be quick to judge a wide receiver that drops a ball dead set in his hand. That is an understandable thing. It's also easy to judge a guy like Chris Jones when he gives up on a play like that Trevor Lawrence play. Those are like legitimate things we can judge players on, but I don't know how much I can judge Cam Ward. How much can I judge Cam Ward for this performance? Did he play like shit? Honestly, yeah. He fumbled multiple times. This was a bad game. But is this a result of the Titans being a poverty organization that cannot build around a scheme around a young quarterback? How much can we blame Justin Fields for this atrocious game? 13-11. Imagine, dude, the NFL's like, we want to grow our international audience. Let's send Denver Broncos and the New York Jets over. Whose idea was this? 9 for 17, 45 yards. If I'm in Britain watching this, I'm in fucking piss. I already live in Britain, which means I'm already in piss. I already pretty much hate my life. And then you send me Justin fucking Fields and Aaron Glenn to throw 45 yards. They get negative net passing yards because he got sacked for negative 55, I believe. I mean, this game was crocked up from the start to be a shit show because you have one of the worst managed organizations and one of the most struggling offenses against one of the best defenses in the National Football League. You know what's hilarious about this game? The Jets finally played good defense. This was oh my God, negative 10 passing yards. You ever fucking say this shit in your life? Dude, the Jets played their first of good defensive game of football. Is that not crazy? And they still lost 13-11. Played good special teams too. It's a horrible game. Horrible game. How much do we blame this on Justin Fields? How much is this Justin Fields' fault? How much is it Aaron Glenn's fault? How much is the Jets organization from top to bottom's fault? You can be the judge. Cincinnati Bengals, Green Bay Packers. This game was way closer than it should have been. Way closer than it should have been. There was a point in time where legitimately the Bengals could have won this game. Joe Flacco, everybody's favorite backup quarterback. Honestly, a good move by the Cincinnati Bengals to get Jake Browning out. Jake Browning was sucking major ass. Getting Joe Flacco in, good idea. At the end of the day, though, yeah, you're going to tank less hard, but there's no way you're going to playoffs with this team. If the Bengals turn this around and on the back of Joe Flacco and the rest of this roster, they go to the playoffs, then color me gay and slap my ass. All right. But what's actually going to happen is they're going to win a few more games than they should, and they're going to end with like a 6-11 record, and then you're going to have a worse draft pick because of it. It's illegal to tank, I know, but damn, it's just like, even if you can get Joe Flacco all you want, you could get the best backup ever. Without Joe Burrow, this lineup can't do it. He's too damn good. Jamar Chase did make a miracle catch, though. Fantasy managers rejoice. 10 receptions, 94 yards, and a touchdown. And the Packers looked okay. Josh Jacobs looked good. Jordan Love looked okay. This was a game where you're watching it the whole time. You're like, how did the Packers not just completely dominate? How are the Packers not doing just a million different things right now? Also, Micah Parsons. I'm going to be honest. I didn't watch this full game. This was a red zone watch for me, but I really haven't seen Micah Parsons do much of anything this season, just in general. Yeah, I guess he's getting double teamed a lot, but he's got 3 tackles on this game. Nothing else. Am I being a hater? I genuinely don't understand it, but Micah Parsons is still second in Defensive Player of the Year odds. How is Micah Parsons second in Defensive Player of the Year odds? It actually pisses me off. Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes are still ahead of Baker Mayfield for regular season MVP. So there's that. Colts Cardinals. This was a shockingly good watch. Shockingly good watch. Didn't think much of this game. It was Jacoby Brissett starting for the Arizona Cardinals. And I'm going to be honest, Arizona almost snuck this one out. Arizona had a game-winning drive down at the end of this game. Trey McBride thought he got held. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. And Arizona had a chance to win it with no time left, and they just couldn't convert right there in the red zone. They really didn't have many yards to go. Shockingly good game. You know, any given Sunday, you look at these teams and you think the Cardinals are just going to get blown out by the Colts, especially with Jacoby Brissett in there, but they played pretty solid. Jonathan Taylor continues to put up a super good performance. Like all season long, he has been excellent. Tyler Warren, the rookie's been putting up good numbers, so if you got him in fantasy, that's always nice. Trey McBride had a great fantasy game. I think a lot of people were upset about the call at the end of this game, like the Trey McBride getting held. I don't think it was egregious enough to be called. I wanted the Cardinals to win because I'm here in Arizona, but it was a good game. Colts moved to 5-1. We are absolutely going to see this Indianapolis Colts team with Daniel Jones in the playoffs. They're going. It's going to happen. Rams-Ravens, yes, we expected the Ravens to do nothing with Cooper Rush. You know, it's funny. They finally got so sick of Cooper Rush in there that they were like, fuck it, let's throw Tyler Huntley in there. I feel like Tyler Huntley's playing a lot better. In fact, I've always been confused why Cooper Rush was their backup option instead of Tyler Huntley. Tyler Huntley is a closer quarterback comparison to Lamar Jackson than Cooper Rush is. That's not just because he's black. I mean, come on. Tyler Huntley is a fast, mobile quarterback. He ain't Lamar, but Cooper Rush is like the polar opposite quarterback to Lamar. I don't know why they wanted Cooper Rush in here. Really, though, it doesn't matter because without Lamar, you're just like the Bengals. Without that guy, this team cannot succeed. It just can't. Even when Derrick Henry has 122 rushing yards. What is the status on Puka Nacua? Puka Nacua is day-to-day with an ankle sprain, but status for Week 7 versus Jaguars is uncertain. Plus the latest on Blake Corum and Tutu Atwell. Okay, so he's day-to-day with an ankle sprain. That is great news. That's not anything horrible. Bro, Fred Warner's out for the season. That's fucked up. Fred Warner's out for the season. Seahawks-Jaguars. Not a pretty game. Jaguars were coming off a win against the Kansas City Chiefs. So you're thinking like, wait, the Jaguars actually dummy? Are they going to do it again? I think what I continue to see week in, week out is not Seahawks offense, but Seahawks defense. The Seahawks have a defense legitimate enough to actually make a very good playoff push. Defense is so slept on because everybody wants to talk about offense, and I get it. I think the Seattle Seahawks are one of the strongest playoff contenders right now. I also like Jackson Smith and Jigba. Wow, dude, he just puts up these these numbers every single week. 8 receptions, 162 yards, and a touchdown is crazy. The Cooper Kupp fall off is very legitimate. But he got out-received by AJ Barner. Who the fuck are you? I'm just kidding. I'm a certified ball knower, and I know everything about AJ Barner. I was just testing your knowledge. Fucking Dallas, bro. Dude, Dallas, what is it like? Are any of you a Dallas Cowboys fan? What is it like? This is the craziest shit ever. This is the craziest shit ever. Every single game is cinema, by the way. I mean, Tennessee Titans, Las Vegas Raiders. I wouldn't care if that was a playoff game. I'm not going to watch that dog shit of a game. I'll go to any Dallas Cowboys game ever. I will go to every Dallas Cowboys game. There is no defense, pure offense, no matter who you're playing, bro. This is the Carolina Panthers. The last 2 weeks, Rico Dowdle has looked like Prime Sanders. 30 attempts? What is this, the 1960s? 30 attempts? 183 yards. I'm happy if my starting fantasy running back gets 12 carries. Rico fucking Dowdle is getting 30 carries for 183 yards, 6 average yards per carry, 4 receptions, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Oh my God. Unbelievable. Bryce Young getting a huge win. Dak playing a beautiful game, can't get a win. If I'm Dak Prescott, I'm pissed. This Cowboys defense can't stop shit. It is true that there's not a lot of top-end talent on this Dallas Cowboys defense, but it's also true that, I don't know, I just think if you had a really good defensive coordinator in Dallas, it wouldn't matter. When you look at the best defensive coordinators in the league, it legitimately doesn't matter that much what players are out there. Yes, it would be nice to have Micah Parsons. Yes, it would be nice to have all the best defensive players in the league. It'd be nice to have more talent. Sometimes it's just like, what the fuck are we doing? You know, quarterbacks are just Birdman rubbing their hands when they get to play the Dallas Cowboys. You got Bryce Young doing this. You got Rico Dowdle doing this shit. My God. Yeah, Dallas got clapped. Cleveland Browns, Dylan Gabriel's second start. Pittsburgh is known for their excellent defense. Let me just chalk this game up real quick. If Dylan Gabriel is throwing 52 passes, you lost. There is no conceivable universe where Dylan Gabriel threw 52 passes and you won the game. It ain't happening. No touchdowns, no interceptions, 66 QBR. Aaron Rodgers found DK Metcalf for another really good looking touchdown. Classic Steelers-Browns game, low scoring. semi-uneventful. It's nice to see that they've got Dylan Gabriel in. They're trying to develop him. I mean, your season's already kind of fucking cooked if you're Cleveland. I don't see how you can realistically turn this around. Even Stefanski's not going to turn that shit around. You don't got Joe Flacco to save you now. I think the only bright spot right now, Harold Fannin. Harold Fannin played for what, Bowling Green? I think he played for Bowling Green, and they picked him up in the 4th round or something. He's actually been, like, he's taking David Njoku's spot. I can't believe it, but he is taking David Njoku's spot. He's been consistently getting 8 targets a game. It's honestly kind of sick. Los Angeles Chargers, Miami Dolphins. This was probably the craziest game to watch. This was truly the craziest game to watch. So with virtually no time left in this game, Miami needs to take the lead. They've got like less than a minute, right?
On 3rd down. Plenty of time.
Tua steps up, lefty bomb to guess fucking who? Darren Waller. I was sitting on my couch making rap songs, Darren Waller, who is now like one of the best. He literally has more stats than this, by the way, is one of the worst years ever for tight ends. Tight ends aren't doing shit in the National Football League this year. Darren Waller is outperforming most tight ends, and Darren Waller hasn't played in the NFL in 2 years.
Touchdown!
Dude literally came off his couch, got plugged right into the offense, was like, that. I'll just score a touchdown or more a game.
It's Waller!
So this is a huge touchdown. It puts him up 27-26 with 46 seconds left. Under most circumstances, you're like, yeah, that's a win. At least a spectacular chance to get a win. Naturally, this is the Miami Dolphins. It's also Justin Herbert. This was absolutely fucking disgusting. This should be a sack.
Coming again.
This should be a sack. This should be a sack. How are you not sacking them? How is he? Unbelievable. Throws a dot, hits it to Ladd McConkey. I understand what happened here. It's just tough to watch. With this down and distance, 2nd and 10, 29 seconds, this DB is thinking, okay, McConkey needs to get out of bounds to stop the clock. My responsibility is to push McConkey inside or tackle him in bounds, right? So he plays outside. McConkey stops on a dime. This is what we call this sneaky athletic for a reason. Because you see this white feller, you see the sun reflecting off his forearm, and you say, easy tackle. White boy, easy tackle. He can't put the burners on me. White, understandable. Understandable. That's called pattern recognition. Completely understandable by this DB. He says, no way I'm getting cooked here.
Complete.
Yoink. And that's why we call it sneaky athletic. Right there. And he fucking blazes up the sideline. When I was watching this, I was like, no fucking way they just got the field goal target line in one single play. Spectacular block. Put the 2 arms up. No shot in hell. Even a Kansas City Chiefs ref isn't going to call that on you. With the double arms up. I did not do it. I did not do it. Ladd McConkey, yoink, yoink. Take my ass out of bounds. What a fucking dog. What an absolute dog.
How did Herbert do?
Yeah, I think as much as that was a nice play by McConkey, this is actually disgusting. Like, yes, do I want to shit on the Miami Dolphins? Have they been having a horrible season? Yes. 99 times out of 100, this is a sack. Is this just piss poor effort by Jalen Phillips? I mean, it looks like a JV player playing varsity. How does that happen?
Yards.
Shit's crazy. Yoink. Yeah, it's crazy.
Pace Scott.
Also, super important to mention here, I've freeze-framed this quite well. Horrible snap. This is to win the game with 9 seconds left. This is a horrible snap. To know whether a snap is good or not, if the punter, the holder, has to turn their hips at all, it is a horrible snap, okay? Now listen, I respect the long snapper position. This is not me shitting on long snappers, but this is a bad snap. Ball should always be out here so you can set it down, get the laces away from the kicker. Scott has to come in and get this, bring it back. Dicker has to slow down his kick. Dicker should already be at full torque. And look at that shit. He snapped it down perfectly. And you got multiple Miami Dolphins who almost could have blocked this thing. The margin of error on this was minuscule.
Kick online.
And honest to God, J.K. Scott saved this kick. And yeah, actually, there's a comment here about it. What a catch and hold by the punter Scott on that field goal.
Good.
He literally saved this. He saved the long snapper's job is what he did.
And the Chargers regain the lead with just 5
I'm going to replay this so we can watch the snap.
seconds left. Pace Scott.
Look at how fucking, dude, it's all the way on his back arm. This is such a bad snap. He got that shit down money, though. That's just golden. Almost blocked, too. If that's Jake Cardi, if that's the Rams kicker, that shit's blocked.
Dicker's
Straight
kick
up.
online.
Money kick. Hey, nice job, Dicker, too. Dicker's a savage, but it was J.K. Scott who saved that from being an absolute nightmare.
Make the play. You make sure you.
And then you want to add insult to injury? You want to make Tua look even shittier? Why don't we just pick him off at the end of the game? It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. I really don't want to show this play, but unfortunately, if it was any other team, I'd have to show it, so I'm going to show it. Kareem Hunt absolutely donkey dicked on a Detroit Lion. I don't even know who got laid out, but I don't want to talk about it, bro.
30 yards. Hunting running over Rock Yassin.
I was Rock Yassin.
16-yard line.
Fuck.
Sam Laporta va a ir al aire. Jared Goff.
Sam Laporta did have a nasty-ass catch, though, so we can talk about that.
A la zona. Gran recepción.
The NFL is really big on, like, reposting, like, the Spanish NFL Instagram, which is kind of fucking lit, because listening to Spanish broadcast is a W.
Sí, señor.
¡Hey! ¡Por favor, de Buccaneers, Laporta!
Pelea el punto más alto, Sam
They're literally saying 100 words that I don't know, and then they just sneak in a Sam Laporta.
Laporta y sí. Dos pies dentro.
Dos pies dentro? Is that 2 toes? Is that 2 feet in? I could learn Spanish like this.
Absolutamente.
I could riz up a Latino with a fat fucking dump truck.
Touchdown por el lado de los Lions.
Lions. Sam Laporta.
Corre rutas. Arriba.
Arriba! Oh, did any of you play that Viva La Pinata game? That shit was a banger. I used to play that on my DS. Just gooning at the age of 11 playing Viva Pinata. Yeah, out for the season. He's out for the entire season. Brutal. The whole team has been sacrificed for a healthy CMC. Yeah, dude, the Niners are cursed. Am I missing anything here? Am I missing anything big? George Pickens' hurdle was kind of lit. Dude, George Pickens runs in the open field like fumbling is impossible. I have never seen a wide receiver run in the open field like they could not give a shit less. He is constantly just putting the ball in his hand like this. He holds it like it's a fucking pencil. Look at how he holds the football. It's not even the loaf carry, bro. He just is like, fuck it. Fuck it, my ball. He does it so often. After the hurdle, he does it too. Hurdles this dude. Get fucked. Why don't I like, dude, I don't know how to describe it. Imagine being a Jets fan in the UK. It's over, bro. It's over for you. Could someone free my boy? Could someone free my boy Garrett Wilson from the clutches of Aaron Glenn? Aaron Glenn explains why the Jets let the clock run out to end the half. So let's give a little context here in case you didn't watch this game. Okay, so it's 6-10 in this absolute dog water football game. The Jets have 51 seconds. Okay, here's better context. It's 10-6 in this dog water football game. There's a minute 4 left, and on 4th and 1, the Jets line up to punt. It was literally the most obvious fake punt of all time. They have Breece Hall in the game. They run the fake punt. And even though everybody and their mother knew it was coming, they still got it. So they get it. Now there's a minute left. They've gotten this first down. They're about 10 yards from midfield. You need about 25 yards for field goal range. Maybe only 18 yards if you're going to let Nick Folk try a really deep one. So then on 1st and 10, you've got 56 seconds and 2 timeouts. What do the New York Jets do? They run a fucking inside zone. They literally just run the ball up the middle. Kurt Warner is trying his best not to literally berate Aaron Glenn. 2nd and 8, Justin Fields gets sacked. 3rd and 8, they get all the way up to 4th and 1. Now there's 22 seconds left, and it's 4th and 1. You're down by 4 before halftime. And Aaron Glenn just sits there. Literally just sits there and lets the clock run out. Garrett Wilson is absolutely irate. Hey, Aaron, we're going to lose this game because we're a dog shit poverty franchise. We have literally nothing to lose, and you're letting the clock run out like you're playing Madden and you're high as shit and you just forgot. Actually insane. Not only did the Jets lose this game, but Aaron Glenn's so unbelievably on the hot seat. By the way, Aaron Glenn was the defense coordinator for the Detroit Lions. I think there's one thing I feel like I've noticed a few times in football as well. And that's that just because a coach is a good offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator does not mean that they're a good head coach. And sometimes it's okay. Sometimes people are out-promoted. They're over-promoted. They're such a good defensive coordinator that they get promoted up to head coach. They get that big head coaching job. And they suck at it. Do I think this is specifically Aaron Glenn's fault? No. I think the Jets organization is a dumpster fire. A literal dumpster fire that will take a miraculous reckoning to fix. But how do you just let the clock run out? Shit's crazy. Okay, I don't have much more. T-Mac was a hell of a pick. Absolutely sat down a Dallas Cowboy. I think that's all I've got for today. Week 6 NFL recap. Remember that you're so handsome that I love you. You can't control what happens to you. You can only control how you respond. So make the most of today. And what's the game today? Bears Commanders? Probably going to be a dog water game. All right. Yeah, it could be a Hail Mary with the game on the line. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.